Alright, what's up, guys? So, today we're going to be doing a bit of a talk about, once again, we're going to go back to the Tournament of Power and its current status. So, I will be doing a bit of Dokkan gameplay in the background as I go through this. But, anyway, so the main thing I wanted to talk about with the current Tournament of Power that is happening is we have seen something that has caught probably everyone's attention to some degree. And now you're probably wondering, oh, what is it that's caught everyone's attention? And that would be none other than the two Namekians that have currently showed up in Universe 6's team roster. Now, there are many questions of why this is significant, and the main one I can sort of list for people on this being very significant is that Universe 6 and Universe 7 are meant to be like brother-sister universes in the sense that they're meant to be very similar, but these Namekians, they're going to play a bit of a role, I believe, in Piccolo's story. So they're either going to force Piccolo to release a new form or show a new form, or for Piccolo to gain a new form. That could be another possibility. Or even learn how his Namekian tribe in Universe 6 differs from Universe 7 like the Saiyans did. There are so many options, and this is why I believe it's going to play a key role. Now, with it not only just playing a key role within the events of the storyline and how they're meant to sit upon like everyone else, the other thing that it sort of sets up to open to the community is this other story path of Universe 6, Universe 7, sort of going to the different universes and experiencing what they haven't experienced before, learning new techniques like you've seen Goku and countless others already do this tournament, like 17, Goku and a couple of others, and for them to explore the possibility of other characters and like the Gods of Destruction coming back and people like Jiren having a major role within the series and even changing up who the main character can be. Now, I'm not saying that the main character is going to be changed from Goku forever or any of that, but I'm saying that it's giving, the amazing thing that this tournament is doing, it's giving everyone that little bit of moment to shine. The moment that they all need, like Gohan got against Universe 10, when he ended up taking out their last fighter, which destroyed their universe. Now, Gohan, you could see, had this touching moment because he realized what happened and he felt terrible because he just ended a whole universe's existence because he had to fight for his own survival. Now, you're all probably wondering why this I'm like amazed and so hyped about this is because I wanted these other characters that are now seen as like secondary characters to get their moments to shine. Because we've seen a lot from Vegeta, a lot from Goku getting new forms, having major roles in arcs like the Trunks at Zamasu and Goku Black arc, the Resurrection of Earth, and the Battle of Gods arc. All of those arcs, they all stood out and they shined. But we haven't had much shine from Piccolo. He got knocked out by Frost due to poison and he just dropped out of the tournament on Vegeta's orders, which sort of made Piccolo seem, in my eyes, like a bit of a pansy, a bit of a bitch, as many of you may say. But this allows Piccolo to not only sort of get his own moment to shine like Gohan has been having and like so many other characters have been having, it also gives him sort of a reason to go for a new power level because each Saiyan is participating against another Saiyan, and in Goku and Vegeta's sense, they're competing against people like Hit, Toppo, Jiren, stuff like that. Piccolo doesn't have that. He doesn't have like, because he can probably beat half of the other Saiyans, and you know what, he's probably standing up there quite similar to Boo at the moment and people like Gohan. So what is there for him to improve on, and what is it for him to challenge himself on? And that's where these two Namekians, who have been hidden from us until now, is standing so amazing. Like, just standing above probably most of the other news that we've found out. Like, Super Saiyan God is coming back. I am hyped about that. But I'm still not as hyped about that as when it comes to people like Piccolo getting their moments to shine. The reason why is because Piccolo, in all seriousness, the last time we saw him do anything major came all the way back in Cell. The Cell Saga. The Cell Saga, Piccolo had his moment to shine. Now, that's a long time ago. We've gone through hundreds of episodes of Dragon Ball Super and then hundreds of episodes after that moment in Dragon Ball Z. He hasn't had his moment to share the spotlight with everyone else, to sort of stand out from the crowd, and that's what has disappointed me about characters like that, in my eyes, getting the shaft. But in saying that, now that we have this possibility for Piccolo to learn more about the Namekians, about other fighting styles from the Namekians, and him to showcase his power, we're going to have much more respect, not only for the other Namekians, but for people like Piccolo, people like Krillin. We already got a lot of respect for. Even though he was knocked out by Frost in a surprise attack, Krillin did stand up on his own, and he fought quite well, quite valiantly, and he smacked some of the other contestants around. We got Android 17, who has been absolute OG of this tournament and is wrecking everyone, just absolutely annihilating them, and that is amazing. That is what I wanted to see from this arc more than anything. I didn't want to just see Goku get a new form or Vegeta just get a new form and completely destroy the tournament. I wanted to see these other characters get their time to shine, get their time to sort of have the limelight on them, and that is what Toriyama has done. Now, my theory that has come for these Universe 6 Namekians is one of them can possibly be like Lord Slug and evil and have a super Namekian transformation. Now, the reason why I believe this for that one is it's going to sound a bit weird, and it's going to actually be understandable because they've already brought in movie references such as Kale. Now, Kale is referencing, as we all know, Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. So is it really that crazy to believe that people from these other universes can represent other movies? And if many of you don't know, Lord Slug is one of the favorite movies out of all of the ones shown. So it sort of stands to have like proof that, you know, he would get his moment to shine, that Lord Slug would have this possibility to be on there, to be the main character, something like Lord Slug. I'm not saying it is going to be Lord Slug like so many probably believe by what I'm saying, but I believe it'll be someone similar to Lord Slug, someone that has the same power. Now, the other one, I believe, will have somewhat of a godly form. Similar to Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, it will be like a Namekian Blue, or not saying that it's going to be called Namekian Blue or something, but it will be a similar power source, and it will set an absolutely newfound power for Piccolo to aim for, or to show that he's already achieved. Now, wouldn't that be absolutely awesome? So many of you guys would love Piccolo just because he's been there since the start. We've seen him grow just like we've seen Vegeta grow lately, from having the cold heart to just loving his family from Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball Super and become much more of a family man. Now, the main thing I am seeing coming with this arc, with these Namekians coming in though for Piccolo, is the possibility that when he realizes something about his history, about maybe what his original father was like, because there was Guru and there was a couple of others that were the original Namekians, and maybe he has finally realized the form that he was meant to reach, and then there's going to be Whis or someone that's going to explain what that form actually does, what it means, and how powerful can it be. Can it be comparable to Super Saiyan God? Can it be comparable to Super Saiyan Blue as such and such? Now, the thing that I see happening with Piccolo in this, though, is either he drops out after this form because he gets too tired. He's going to have a similar thing to like Super Saiyan God, where he just runs out of power, exhausted, can no longer fight, and that would be okay with me. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm saying that's okay, because I'm excited about Piccolo getting a new form. I don't want him to have hacks where he just has instant control like Kale and Cauliflower have of their forms now. I want him to struggle to gain that form like so many other times, unless he already has that form, and what he's done is to push his form to that final edge where it does exhaust him as such, and we see excess power come from people like Piccolo and from these new Namekians and new team fighters from other universes, because we don't want to really see the end of this universal arc yet, because what this universal arc in my mind is setting up is the possible new series that comes on from Super, like the possible universe, the possible new arcs that are to be created. Now, if we were to sort of stop it at what it is at now, we'd be midway through. We'd be a bit confused. We'd be a bit lost. Like, why did we introduce these characters if they're only going to fight in the universal arc and have nothing to show for it? But having them have a bigger role later is better, because instead of showing everything now, they're giving them room so much for other stories to be created, even for little backstories to be created, and that is probably what I'm most excited for in the upcoming Dragon Ball Super series, and that is also what I'm excited for from these Namekians and other characters to come. So anyway, guys, if you have any expectations from these Namekians that are to come, please leave a comment in the section, like what you expect, whether you expect one of them to be like Lord Slug and another to be like, I don't know, maybe a guru type of character, or even like a Namekian god type of character, and have this totally new form that's like equivalent to a Super Saiyan god or something like that. If you do believe this, and if you believe that Piccolo is going to get his moment to shine, get a new form, or even showcase his true powers, please put that in the comment section. Peace.